So this is the third chair that I've been sent to review. Does that make me the chairperson? Today, as mentioned, is the MSI MAG chair, so we're going to be looking at the design specifications, who it's for, and basically everything that you'd need to know about this chair so that you can make informed decisions. I have done other chair reviews, and that'll also be able to tell you what you need to look for, and I'll put the cards over there so that you'll be able to see them. But as is always, let's look at this unit a little bit closer. Okay, so let's talk about the design. We'll start underneath and I'll show you some images of it. It does have 60mm wheels, which are casters, and it is coated in PU or polyurethane, so they are silent on the floor. Moving up from that, this chair sits on a class 4 gas lift. Now, this gas lift, as well as the chair, accommodates 150 kilograms. As a side note, it is recommended that the user of this chair be no taller than 2 meters, so unfortunately basketball players, you are out. Above from that, we do have one lever on this chair for adjusting the tilt as well as adjusting the height. So lifting that up would lift the chair up, and obviously lifting while you're sitting would lower that using the gas lift. Pulling it out and in would prevent it from rocking or tilting. It does have a 12-degree rock. On the side, you'll see, and I'll show you an image of that as well, it does go down 180 degrees on the backrest. So if you do want to go full down 180 degrees, you do have that ability. However, it's not really that necessary. Moving up from that, we have the two side armrests. Now, the armrests, as mentioned before, are nice and soft, and they do have the ability to go out. They do have the ability to go in. They can pan on themselves. Obviously they lift up and down as well, so nice ability to adjust if you want to adjust your mouse position while using the armrests. So let's talk about the design overall. The design overall is typical gaming, so it does have the nice support factors that you would want. However, let's start from the top. The headrest pillow does tend to push your head a little bit forward, making it a little bit uncomfortable the closer to 90 degrees you sit. If you like to recline, the headrest support pillow does play a nice factor. However, I generally take that off. The back lumbar support is adjustable. As you can see, I can pull that all the way to the top. So wherever you do need support on your back, it will give you that support. Now, overall, this chair I really like, but I asked MSI about this, and you can hear a little bit. It does tend to make these creaking noises, and when I asked MSI, they did say this was unusual, that the chair shouldn't do that. So it may be the factor that this is a review sample, that there was just something wrong with it, but I still wanted to note that in case someone does happen to have the same experience. I really do like the chair. I feel that it's comfortable, and I've been using it for quite a few months now, and I honestly enjoy it. Okay, so let's start off with the materials that make up this chair. At the top, you'll see some embroidery, which is cotton embroidery, and that is Lucky the Dragon as well as the MSI writing. Now, most importantly, this chair is covered in PVC, which is polyvinyl chloride. Now, that is very non-porous type material, which means that this chair does have a high sweat factor. So that can be combated by wearing a nice cotton shirt and being in a well-ventilated room. It's not that much of a concern, but if you are someone that does tend to sweat quite easily, it is something to be noted. Underneath the PVC, you have EVA, which is ethylene vinyl acetate. Now, ethylene vinyl acetate is a form of foam that is not as hard as normal foam or high density foam, which means from day one, when you sit in it, it's going to have a lot more give than your normal high density foams. It does tend to wear down a little bit quicker, but also nice and forgiving when you sit down on it first, and nice and comfortable. What you cannot see underneath here is a steel frame, which is from top to toe. Everything is a steel frame. There's no aluminium base, it's steel. Lastly, underneath, the wheels as well as the sides are made out of a very high density plastic. There is also foam underneath the armrest, so there is a nice level of comfort on those. Okay guys, it's time to conclude, and we're going to conclude with a price. So in South Africa, this retails for $4,799. In US, it's $299. I do believe that this price is slightly overinflated owing to the fact of the materials that make up this chair. Do bear in mind that this is an MAG, which is MSI's entry level. So the price that I feel would be more suitable on this would be a 4,199 in Rand and then a 250 in USD. The shaking is a slight concern for me, but again, MSI did say that this is unusual for the chair. So if you are in the market for a gaming chair and you need that support, or you may know of someone that needs the support, it is extremely important to have good support while gaming and correct posture. So with that in mind, just remember that chairing is caring.